Yan, manood lang kayo dyan ng view mga ka-idol.
Pilipinas ko lang. Ang Israeli, Mindanao lang.
Yan, ang tirik mga ka-idol ha. Tingnan nyo kung gaano ka-tirik yan. Update ko kayo, papasok na kami mamaya maya sa loob ng kuweba mga kapatid. Ayan mga ka-idol, papasok na kami dyan sa loob, no? Pero bago ko pasukin yung loob ng kuweba, tingnan nyo muna yung mga palibot. Yan, napakagandang palibot. Yan po yung kasama ko. Pasok lang ng kuweba.
At napunta na ata lahat ni Joy.
Yan mga ka-idol, medyo malayo-layo pa dito ang kuweba, no? So dadaan muna kami ng mga hagdan-hagdan na to.
Pagbalik natin mga nere, ang kabali tayo.
Ayan mga ka-idol, ito po yung lugar po na tinatawag na Beit Shemesh. Sa salitang Hebrew po yun, pero ang ibig sabihin po ng Beit Shemesh ay bahay ng araw. So Beit ay bahay, ang Shemesh ay araw. Ang ganda, no? Ganda ng lugar na to, pero kita mo kung ilang steps na to, no? Nasa kalahati pa lang kami. Yan mga ka-idol, ikita nyo kung gaano kaganda. Yan ang mga ka-idol, ha? Ay nalampasan na din namin ang 700 steps, no? Konti lang, hindi naman gaano karamihang steps, no mga ka-idol. So papasok kami dyan sa loob, no? Makikita po namin yung mga binibinta din dyan, no? Mga souvenir sa loob. Sukin na namin yung loob ng kuweba.
Okay, so one group is ready? Okay, so the first group is going inside the room.
Okay. Yan mga ka-idol, makikita na natin ngayon ang loob ng kuweba. Bago po kami papasok sa loob, meron pong short briefing, no? Yung papanoorin po namin short briefing na yan kung
rise to a height of 700 meters, affording a view over the lowlands and the Mediterranean coast. In winter and spring, the wooded hillsides are carpeted with colorful flowers. On the slopes of the hills, between the trees, a multitude of habitats shelter a rich and diverse world of wildlife. Next to the ridge, there is a fully operational limestone quarry. Spring 1968. an explosion rings out, a routine blast at the hard-tooth quarry. But this explosion is different from those that came before. It reveals the entrance into a world that had until now been concealed in the depths of the earth. Naturalists hastening to the site are amazed to discover a unique and rare natural wonder, the SOREQ Stalactite Cave. Small in size, vast in its scope for imagination. Quarrying work was immediately halted, and a few days later the Stalactite Cave was declared a nature reserve. The cave was formed many years ago, when the area was close to sea level. The limestone became saturated with groundwater, which dissolved the chalky stone, opening up large caverns. Later, the entire area was pushed up to form a mountain ridge. The entrance to the caves in the area rose to a height of 400 meters above sea level. Rain falling on the hill seeps through cracks in the hard rock, collecting carbon dioxide on its way. As a result, the rainwater becomes acidic and slowly continues to dissolve the limestone, widening the cracks and creating additional underground caverns. Alongside the process of dissolution, a process of sedimentation and crystallization is also taking place inside the cave. Each drop of water trickling down to the ceiling of the cave releases carbon dioxide gas into the cavern. The dissolved particles of limestone sink and form crystals, and each drop leaves behind a minute ring of chalky material. This results in the formation of stalactites, in a process that began many years ago and is still continuing to this day. First to be formed are the macaroni stalactites, long hollow tubes that are the diameter of the droplet. The water flows through them like a pipe. When the water drips very slowly, the macaroni stalactites become blocked and the droplets begin to flow over their outer surface, causing sedimentation of the chalk around them and changing their shape. In this way, different shapes are produced, from slender stalactites to conical forms, broad at the top and tapering towards the bottom, and elephant ear walls, or heavy draperies. Wherever there is a drip, a new stalactite may be formed. A stalagmite is produced when a drop of water falls from the ceiling and bursts into many tiny droplets on the floor of the cave. The chalk particles settle on the floor and create a stalagmite, growing ever upward, as well as sediments in the form of coral, known as cave coral. The way in which the water drips determines the form of the sedimentation. Stalactites formed from a slow drip are usually smooth and uniform. On the other hand, stalactites that have joined together and cave coral that is settled on the floor of the cave and on the stalagmites come in many shapes. In areas where the water trickling into the cave forms pools, pool sedimentation also collects. Flowing water leaves sediment behind, called flowstones. And large lactites are commonly found in different directions, as if the force of gravity did not exist. When a stalactite and a stalagmite meet, a column is formed, and a number of columns connected together form walls and halls. The stalactite cave is changing all the time. Stalactites grow, mature, and sometimes crumble into dust when their source of water dries up. The limestone sedimentation and the construction of diverse forms of cave sedimentation are dependent on carbon dioxide being released from the drops of water, and therefore, the composition of the air in the cave has an effect on the process. People breathe out carbon dioxide, and since the site was opened, the concentration of carbon dioxide in the cave has gone up. The Nature and Parks Authority has installed a system to monitor the climate in the cave and measure its carbon dioxide concentration, relative humidity, and temperatures. The monitoring system helps preserve fixed environmental conditions, as close as possible to the natural conditions prevailing in the cave before it was opened to the public. In order to protect the treasures of the cave, while also allowing people to visit, the Nature and Parks Authority has created a raised walkway, leading visitors through the main caverns without damaging them. The walkway passes between the halls and does not go through particularly sensitive areas. Among the sites that are not included along the walkway are fossilized skeletons of snakes, pools covered by a fine layer of chalk, and the mushroom stalactites hall. Our stalactite cave is small by comparison with others around the world, but is nonetheless considered a natural wonder of the world because of its vast range of shapes, the density of the stalactites and stalagmites, and the number of internationally published research studies investigating sedimentation in the cave. The Nature and Parks Authority manages the nature reserve, maintaining a fine balance between the needs of the visitors and the need to protect this sensitive cave. Stalactites and stalagmites are unique and protected natural treasures, and it is our responsibility to look after them. Do not touch them at all. Each fingerprint leaves matter on the sedimentation in the cave that harms its future construction. Do not enter the cave with food or chewing gum. Follow the instructions of the guide. If we carefully preserve the natural treasure that has been revealed to us, we will be able to enjoy the beauty of the stalactite cave for many more years to come. The Nature and Parks Authority hopes you enjoy your visit to the cave and invites you to experience nature and our heritage at 500 other nature reserves and natural parks around Israel.
Ayan mga ka-idol, papasok na kami pagkatapos ng briefing. Pasok kami sa kuweba, pero ingat lang mga kababayan kasi matirik po to. Ayan ang mga ka-idol, nandito na kami sa loob ng kuweba. Ito po yung mismong kuweba. Kung ano yung napanood namin dun sa briefing, ito yung makikita natin yan. Napakaganda, no? Kaso lang medyo madulas yung daanan dahil basa yung ano, daanan. Yan. Ang ganda na tingnan mga ka-idol. So, ganda ng rock formation niya. Yan, napakaganda dun sa unahan pa, mas marami, no? Ayan ang mga ka-idol, no, sa likod ko. Yan pong magaganda na yan, no? Mga malalaki na ano, rock formation mga ka-idol. Tagalay.
Don't take pictures with the flash on, turn them off. Turn it off, yes, you in the front, yes.
Ayan. Mahigpit na pinagbabawal dito sa loob na magkuha ng picture na may plus ang ano, yung mismong camera nila. Napakaganda mga ka-idol, no? Yan po yung bato na yan. Amazing ang formation talaga. Yan. Ayan, kita mo yung nasa taas. Ito nasa harap ko. Yan, napakaganda. Yan. Yung sa baba. Ang ganda-ganda. Kung napapansin nyo mga ka-idol, no? Talagang shiny po yung ano niya, yung resulta po ng mismong bato, pero bawal po siya talaga hawakan. Yan yung ceiling po niya. Ceiling po, makikita po natin dun sa unahan yung mga malalaki, no? Delikado siguro yan pag yan ay nalaglag, siguradong patay ka dyan dahil napakatulis na ano, bato. Ito na naman ulit sa harap ko, napakaganda. Yan mga ka-idol, ha. Ang ganda-ganda ng formation niya. So ito ang pinaka amazing dito. Tingnan nyo, napakaganda mga ka-idol. So nature talaga. Ito yung God's creation mga ka-idol. Napakaganda, no? Oh, kita mo. Hindi mo akalain dahil lang sa tubig, no? Nakabuo ng napakagandang art mga ka-idol. Ayan. Oh. Ayan. Grabe. Amazing. Kita mo yung nandun sa taas din mga ka-idol. Ayan. Talagang hindi ka magsasawang mag-video dahil sa napakaganda na tanawin na to. Oh, ito. Itong anuhin natin. I-focus nga natin to. Oh, kita nyo, napakaganda. Oh. Oh. Kita nyo. Hanggang sa taas mga ka-idol. Ito mga sobrang tulis na. Oh. Ang liliit pa naman. So, ito yung mga dinadaanan namin. Maganda lang din sa kanya dahil meron kang mismong lights, no? Ginawa ng para hindi talaga mga pangapaan tao. Yan. Oh. Oh, napakaganda mga ka-idol sa loob. No? Ayan, no? So, yan po yung kabuuan po niya mga ka-idol, no? Oh. Sa loob mamaya pag matapos na namin to dito, i-ano ko naman kayo kung ano na susunod na mga picture dito sa loob, no? Na napakaganda ng mga formation niya, no? Ayan. Yan mga ka-idol, ang lalim pa pala nito, no? Akala ko sandali lang. Meron pa palang pababa, oh. Kita mo, mahaba-haba pa. Yan mga ka-idol, nandito na naman ako sa papuntang baba, yung pinakababa niya, no? So madilim talaga pero ingat lang ako sa pagbaba ko dahil madulas, no? Dahil yung tulo ng tubig, no? Ayan na mga ka-idol, pinakababang baba niya. Ito yung nandito, ganda-ganda niya. Napakaganda mga ka-idol. Ayan, grabe. Tapos medyo malamig din, no? Talagang feel na feel mo ang lamig. Ayan mga ka-idol, oh. Ayun, no? Pag ginawakan mo yan at tumusok sa'yo, napakadelikado. Ayan. Ito naman ang aking gwapo na kababayan mula Cagayan de Oro. Ayan. Ganda. So yan mga ka-idol, maraming salamat at naipasyal ko kayo dito sa munting kuweba, no? So hanggang sa muli, tayo po ay magkitang-kita ulit dito sa channel ko. Pero kung hindi pa kayo naka-subscribe dyan sa channel ko, so ano pang iniintay nyo? I-hit nyo na yung notification bell para ma-more updates kayo sa mga video na yan, no? So subscribe na. Bye bye.